What's up, Wonders of London fans? It's me, Vincent, from Wonders of London, and that is St Michael slaying the dragon in Victoria on Pimlico Road. The 11 bus will bring you over here, and your closest station is Victoria Station. And this is quite a wonderful area, especially if you've seen the last video we posted, because the last video was Mozart in Bath, and today we're going to show you a little bit of Mozart in London, because when Mozart was on his international or European tour rather, he actually kicked it off here in England. So we had a statue that you saw of Mozart in Bath. Now we're going to show you a statue of Mozart in London. And if you ever come here, you can see this wonderful fountain. Now we got a couple of dates, 1860s and right here 1795. So this wasn't here when Mozart was in London, because he was here in the 1760s, 1764, and quite close to this place. We've got another lovely place to look at. So it's quite sad because we can't really see Mozart's London apart from a couple of places, but here we got the Ebury Square Gardens, which kind of existed when Mozart was in London, but not in the form they are today. As you follow me over here, we can see the Ebury Square Gardens. So they have existed. They used to be part of the property of Westminster Abbey. However, in 1536, Henry VIII took the land, took it as his own land. It was eventually acquired by Hugh Audley in 1626. Then it became part of the Grosvenor estate in 1626. Hugh Audley acquired it. Then it became part of the Grosvenor estate in 1677. However, it was turned into a garden in 1872. Then you had a school here, but that school was demolished in 1944. So we won't be able to see this area the way Mozart would have seen it, but it is still quite a lovely and beautiful little set of gardens. And I love this fountain that we have in the garden over here, simply gorgeous. But if you follow me this way, let's see where Mozart actually lived. Now, Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart actually lived on a street close to Victoria Station. Of course, Victoria Station did not exist then, but this street is called Ebury Street. So you can see the name over there, Ebury. And it is in the London Borough of Westminster, which is also known as the City of Westminster. And he lived just over here. So if you're a fan of the great Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart, he did actually live close to where we are. Very beautiful area as well to walk around, and I am currently walking in the footsteps of the great Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart. Do you guys prefer Mozart or Beethoven? And interestingly enough, do you know Mozart's sister? Mozart's sister was actually more famous than Mozart when they were in London, and I'm going to show you a little engraving of Mozart's sister in this video as well. And she was in more demand during their stay in London. But right here is where Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart lived. Pretty cool. Just showing you the buildings. And there we have it. Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart composed his first symphony here in 1764. Now, Mozart's statue can be found in Orange Square, right next to his house. And as I mentioned, we actually have a portrait of Mozart accompanying his father and his sister. And his sister, Maria Anna, was quite brilliant, and she was much more famous than Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart. But we do have something from the newspapers of the day, contemporary newspapers, The celebrated and astonishing Master Mozart lately arrived, a child of 7 years of age. When he was actually 8, will perform several select pieces of his own composition on the harpsichord and on the organ, which has already given the highest pleasure, delight and surprise to the greatest judges of music in England or Italy, and is justly esteemed the most extraordinary prodigy, the most amazing genius that has appeared in any age. But of course, we need to remember his sister was more famous at that time. But as he grew into his art form, he would become one of the greatest composers in world history. So do let us know, are you a fan of Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart or Ludwig von Beethoven? And which do you prefer, Mozart in Bath or Mozart in London? Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed this little video, and do have a lovely rest of your morning, afternoon, evening, etc. wherever you are. Bye.